We do have updated results through the second round. Will Canny with a 108.5 over Anthony Musiano with 96. Dylan Hall sits in third with 87.25.
Those are the three starting to pull away. Here's T. Rally, his third dive, back 1.5 somersault straight. A 22 and a 23 for his first two dives. And a 34.8 for him in his third effort. So his best score so far of the competition. Now Trent Igo. Trent had that 50 as first round dive on the forward 2.5 somersault pike. Now he's going to attempt a back 2.5 somersault pike. And didn't quite get there for Igo. Shaking his head as he exits the water.
25.5 for Igo in the third round.
Devin Gull, 82.8, his first two dives combined. And that 305C, degree of difficulty 2.8, a reverse 2.5 somersault tuck. We'll see what that awards him, a 44.8.
His best dive so far.
Anthony Musiano trailing by 12.5 points entering this third round to Will Canny. Has some ground to make up. Here's his third dive, a reverse 2.5 somersault tuck. .44.8 moves his total score to 140.80. Dylan Hall next, third after the first two dives. This is a reverse 2.5 somersault tuck, same we just saw for Musiano. .35 his score. So Musiano in second, Will Canny leading the way. We'll see what he can do with his third dive. Same for him, dive 305C. That's a reverse 2.5 somersault tuck. So we just saw it from the past few competitors. Here's Will Canny's version of it. And a big cheer goes up as Canny enters the water. And we'll see if this puts him even further ahead halfway through the competition. It does, a 56. 164.5 for him so far, a 56 for Will Canny on this reverse 2.5 somersault tuck. Canny, the rookie diver of the year a year ago, third in this event last year. He wants the gold this season as a sophomore, and he is on his way to doing just that as Buckley begins round 4, halfway through.
And Canny took home the silver on the 1 meter 2 nights ago, so you know he's gotten a taste of the podium so far this year. He wants it again.
Canny 164.5 through 3 dives. That is 24 points better than Musiano. And so Musiano will have a significant amount of ground to make up. He can do it, though. Musiano, diver of the year in the CAA, and the theory goes if somebody can build that much of a lead in 3 rounds, someone else as talented can erase that kind of a lead in 3 rounds. But Musiano is going to have to be pretty strong to finish out.
And interesting enough, Musiano scored 64.4 on his last dive last year to win this event. So you know he can put up big numbers. 26 the score for T. Rally's fourth dive.
Trent Igo up next. You can see Canny, Musiano, and Gull are the top 3 at this moment. As Trent Igo just went with a reverse 2.5 somersault tuck, a 43.4 for him. He's trying to edge Gull for the bronze right now, trailed by 5 coming into round 4. And here is Devin Gull. a back 2.5 somersault tuck. 40.6 for him. So Igo does chip in to that margin a little bit. There's Musiano's fourth dive. It'll be an inward 2.5 somersault tuck. Degree of difficulty 2.7. Trailed by 24 entering this fourth round. 41.85 for him, so 41.85 moves his total to 182.65. Dylan Hall up next. Inward 2.5 somersault pike. Dive 405B has a degree of difficulty of 3.0. Hall receives a 52.5 for that dive. 52.5 for Dylan Hall. He's going to be in strong contention for the podium. Will Canny now trying to maintain the big lead he built up in the first 3 rounds.
And that was a nice bounce back dive for Hall, who had a 35 in round 3, back in the 50s for him.
Wow, back 2.5 somersault tuck for Will Canny. 53.2. He's up to 217.70 through 4 rounds, and he has a stranglehold at the moment on this competition as he has stretched his lead.
4 rounds in, Canny has scored at least 50 points in all 4 of his dives.
He leads by 35 through 4 rounds over Musiano, who's in second. Dylan Hall, right now in the bronze position, has a 6-point edge over Devin Gall with 2 dives remaining for each competitor. Greg Buckley, inward dive tuck, begins round 5. T. Rowley coming up next. Rowley's next dive be an inward 1.5 somersault tuck. $33.25 for Rowley in round 5. Trent Igo next. 2.7 degree of difficulty for this inward 2.5 somersault tuck. Dive 405C for Trent Igo out of UNC Wilmington. 44.55. And now Devin Gall coming up. He's at 168.20. He's about 6.5 points behind Dylan Hall with 2 dives remaining, trying to find his way into third.
And Gall needs a strong dive here.
And there it was, the inward 2.5 somersault tuck. We'll see what that awards him. 51.30.
His best dive of the night.
So that will put the pressure on Dylan Hall, who will be coming up right after Anthony Musiano. Musiano in second right now. This is a forward 3.5 somersault tuck. 2.8 degree of difficulty. $36.40 for Musiano.
Tough dive for Musiano, his lowest score so far this evening.
That's barely enough to put him ahead of Canny for the moment. Canny still has 1 dive remaining. Musiano's total right now is 219.05. Canny's already at 217.70 with round 5 still to go for him. And how about Dylan Hall? We said the pressure would be on him to respond and try to keep Devin Gall behind him in the current standings here in round 5. A 54 for Dylan Hall. That moves his score to 228.75. And to heck with holding off third, how about moving into second? And that's exactly what Dylan Hall has just done. And now Will Canny continuing to perform at a strong rate here. Round 5 for Will Canny. We'll add another big number, 55 for Will Canny. 270 so far for the sophomore through 5 rounds.